Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Francis Samuel Kwabing, and in this video, I'll be connecting two core topics from our textbook, chapters 5 and 6, respectively. Chapter 5, which is on IT infrastructure and emerging technologies, and chapter 6, foundations of business intelligence, databases, and information management. I'll be connecting these two chapters with an MIT Swan Management Review article titled The Enterprise Systems That Companies Need to Create. This is an article written by David Waller and Paul Beswick. The big idea of modernizing infrastructure and managing data well are only valuable if they enable fundamentally better business decisions across the enterprise. If not, then why bother? Chapter 5 frames IT infrastructure as a combination of hardware, software, networks, data resources, and services that organizations rely on. It also spotlights emerging technologies, especially cloud computing, virtualization, containerization, and edge or mobile platforms that make infrastructure more elastic, scalable, and cost efficient. So then the managerial question isn't just what tech do we buy or what tech do we go in for? I believe the managerial question or the right managerial question should be how do we design an infrastructure that supports agility, reliability, security, cost control while positioning us to adopt new capabilities better? Moving forward, chapter 6 shifts from pipes to payload. That is, the spotlight is more on the data itself. It covers relational databases, SQL, data warehouses, and data marts, and increasingly data lakes and big data platforms. It emphasizes data quality, governance, metadata, and master data management because analytics and business intelligence only work when data is accurate, consistent, and available. Put simply, infrastructure gives us capacity, data management gives us clarity, and business intelligence turns that clarity into decisions. The MIT Swan article, the enterprise systems that company needs to create, which I selected, argues that many firms modernize tech simply to replicate yesterday's functionality faster or cheaper. Instead, they should build enterprise systems that improve decision quality and enable continuous innovation, often by leveraging the cloud as a toolkit of services rather than just a cheaper data center. This directly extends chapter 5. The article notes that companies often jettison legacy systems or look to the cloud, but still aim to replicate what they had, only with better price or performance. That mindset underutilizes the modern tech stack. The authors recommend reframing upgrades as value creation plays that make the organization better at sensing, deciding, and acting, not just at running workloads. In other words, cloud, virtualization, APIs, and modular architectures are most powerful when they reconfigure processes to improve decisions, like giving supply chain planners real-time signals or enabling product teams to experiment and learn faster. Chapter 6 message on data quality and governance also shows up strongly, I believe. The article's thesis, optimized for decision making, implies investing in data models, lineage, and governance so decision makers trust what they see. Better enterprise systems aren't just transactional, they operationalize analytics. For example, unifying customer, product, and operations data so leaders can compare trade offs, run scenarios, and act with confidence because they do have the information and the data they need. The paper cautions against large technology projects justified only by cost, advocating instead for architectures and operating models that elevate analytics and business intelligence from reporting to decision guidance. There are three actionable lessons bridging chapters 5 and 6 with the article's recommendations. The first point will be to design infra around decisions. So we have to start from the decisions that create value, then shape cloud services, data pipelines, platforms to feed those decisions with timeliness, reliability, and scale. The second point will be to modernize data foundations. Here we'll have to prioritize governance, quality at the source, and common semantics so analytics are trustworthy and reusable across ERP or SCM or CRM and new digital apps. This is actually chapter 6 core. The third but not the least is to think about continuous innovation, not one-off upgrades. The article calls for moving beyond periodic colossal tech projects to ongoing capability building. What adapts a better way to keep pace with technology and to create revenue generating outcomes, not just all about cost savings. As I end my presentation, chapter 5 gives us the platforms, while chapter 6 gives us the data disciplines. And the MIT Sloan article also challenges us to use both to improve enterprise decision making, not merely to modernize for its own sake or just because everyone is doing it, so we also do the same thing. But if we frame infrastructure and data work around decisions, we turn IT from a cost center into a strategic engine. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was an educational and insightful video.